Alright. More Minecraft. Now, we were going on an adventure over land, I think for animals. Although I was thinking, maybe we can... Car collision, aggressive animals. I was wondering if there was a way to turn off metabolism. I don't know if that's what animal feedback is. That I wouldn't assume that was, but might be a game rule. Well, whatever. I didn't do the research ahead of time. I only thought about it once I had started the stream. Um, so yeah, it's not gonna really be a thing. Leave the wolf or coyote alone. Hey, Promo Gamer, how's it going? I don't know if... Maybe goats would be good to breed. I don't know. How far have we actually been here? We've been all over the place. Okay. Actually, don't know what we might want for breeding goats. Maybe we should figure it out. I might switch it for a different goat. I think the other one we had was the same color. No, I opted to do the JP the game on my own time, sporadically, just squeezing in a recording whenever I kind of have some time to work on it or feel like it. That way I don't have to do a scheduled thing for it. Sometimes it's nice to just have a series that I can just, you know, do whenever I feel like it. I don't have to do long sessions, I don't have to follow a schedule. Lots of weird, like, mini caves here with, like, grass. It's very strange. Hey, Mutasaurus. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no JW3 update. It's crazy how long this is taking. At least they've, told us what we're getting, but, I gotta say, if I'm stuck waiting forever, I would like more exciting animals than what we got coming. I don't even dislike Dracorex, but it's just not very interesting. Like, why do we not have Uranosaurus yet? Why do we, oh, I've already been here. I also would like Euoplocephalus a lot. That's kind of my short list. It's been 80 years, pretty much. Like, obviously, these are probably the animals they were working on before all this stuff got, slowed down. So it's not like they had a plan to release something big and flashy to make up for it. They're just releasing the things that were supposed to already be out. Just kind of unfortunate that ended up being some less interesting options. Although we do really need the aquatic quite badly. Hey, Cryo, how's it going? I don't think I got that torch back. There it is. Hey, Rugops, welcome to the stream. I'm not going in the water. What is my opinion on T-Rex? On Tylosaurus Rex? It sure is a thing that exists. The name is amusing, I guess. Jurassic Park Survival was Jurassic Park the game back then. Or Survival, back then, Jurassic Park the game was all we had that was like Survival. Maybe is what you mean? Yeah. They're definitely very similar. Of course, the big thing with the Telltale game is it's not free roam in any capacity. So you're really limited in what you can see around the park. But it is a little bit similar getting a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. I'm not going there either. What's this weird flower? Lily of the Valley. This is a base game flower. Does this do anything? White dye, suspicious stew poison. I see. Just grabbing them to have a few. Who am I betting on in a fight? T-Rex or T-Rex? It depends on if it's land or water, you know? The arena matters quite a bit there. Yeah, I think Dracorex would have worked better as the baby for Stygia Pachycephalosaurus. It's kind of weird to keep it, but I get... Excuse me. But I get why they kept it. Because it's awkward to remove... dungeon. To remove an entire animal altogether. Like, if they didn't have plans on bringing back every animal, then I could see removing it and keeping it gone, but I'm not surprised they brought it back since they aren't doing that. I guess I'll take the chests. I could have just destroyed the chests to get the items then if I was going to take the chests, but whatever. Add this potentially poisonous flower to the dinosaur enclosures. There's no reason not to. Yep. This is it's on brand. 100% on brand. I'm gonna leave that cave lit up since the spawner was there. What's the point of a monster spawner in creative? We're not in creative. We're in passive. It still has no point beyond getting XP. Yeah, maybe it'll be kind of funny to have you can do like a 3 life stage enclosure if you do baby Dracos, and Pachycephalosaurs. Could be funny. Hey Zavir, welcome to stream. Yep, you sure got me. I'm terrified. I'm shaking. Yeah, a lot of the DLC animals are the things I'm definitely missing more. I mean, there's definitely things like Camarasaurus that like I want because of like rosters, right? It's a JPOG animal, stuff like that. But like I don't miss Camarasaurus, right? Because it's not very appealing. I feel like going all the way down here is a bad idea, but might as well take a peek. That's lava. Well, the big thing with I looked at the Stiggy and Pachycephalosaur babies today because I was curious about that too. And the big thing with both of them is they're dome-headed, including the babies. So the big thing that'll make the Draco feel different is just having it be a flat head. Yeah, it really, really seemed like we were getting all the Camp Cretaceous stuff back first, and then they just stopped, skip like without a Rano being released. It's strange. Old Bendy songs? I don't know what that is. Alright, well these caves keep going on. There's not much point in exploring too much or I'll just get lost down here. This was not the point of this trip. I guess I'll take this gold. Oh, I got enough blocks to get out of here. Probably. The mascot horror indie game. Oh, okay. That does sound vaguely familiar now that you've described what it is. Yeah, never got into that myself. Ah, fuck you. Damn it. I should have tried to jump that. I should just put a block down. Hey, Colin, welcome back to the stream. The saga continues. Can't wait to see if Leopleurodon gets a glow up. I don't think it will. Because we gotta remember, Leopleurodon was not, like, planned to be anything special, right? It was just gonna be another random species of the month, and then just got delayed. So, like, there's no reason to think it'll be special because of the delay. And on top of that, if they were gonna make it special, they'd probably charge for it. And not just give it to us for free. Well, I'm almost out of here. Missed last stream, any changes I did? I started expanding out the herbivore pen. Building a larger enclosure for him. Currently just looking for some food. Was there a command to turn off metabolism? I might want to just do that. I don't know if I want to spend too much time looking for meat all the time. Game rule JS metabolism. It's like this. Or do I have to? That's just chat. I don't remember. How do you access the console in Minecraft? With the slash. So is it done through the text? I see. Okay. Unknown or incomplete. Is it the other slash? Don't have permissions. Ah. I see. That's why it's red, huh? Open to land. Okay. Oh, forgot to enable permissions. Top right. Oh shit. It's okay. Um, how do I go back? You have to rejoin? Oh, like save and quit and rejoin? Yeah, but we got the Deinonychus design for free at release, which is the big difference. Like, I'm not saying that, like, that, you know, Leo shouldn't be redesigned or anything. There we go. Okay. Fourth or fifth or sixth time is the charm. Still red. Does that matter? Oh, no, it's not red anymore. Incorrect argument for command. Here. What? Didn't type it fully. Oh, it was not. Oh, I thought I could just click on the thing. Wait, is that? I need the binary, huh? We did it. It took all of us, but we got there eventually. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Maybe I have toggled a rule on somewhere in a setting at one point in my Minecraft play history, but if so, it hasn't been something I've done for quite a long time. Yeah, see, that's something I could see more Primal Gamers if they just fixed up the model as opposed to a full remodel. That's probably more plausible because they have already changed some models anyway. Could also do the alternative by just disabling feeder drain if you still want semi-realistic paddocks. Still need meat, but after dispenses, it doesn't take the meat. Okay, I'm okay with that, yeah. That's not bad. Is that another game rule thing? JS feeder drain. Did I put the slash that time? Capital D. There we go. You alive? Wake up. Okay. Should click the feeder of dispense. Okay. So this is what will eventually be our new herbivore paddock. I have to finish enclosing it. Opinions on Subnautica 2. I haven't been following the drama very closely, so I don't have much for opinions yet. I haven't played it. Yeah, what on earth is the next big free update going to be? We really need it too, so I don't know. Okay, I think we had Metri in here. Maybe no more dead dinosaurs. We'll see. Oh, yep, there he is. Oh yeah, the Herrera is still dead. We haven't, like, recloned it. Hey, Rowlet, welcome to the stream. Let's try the shift click. Alright. There's a pig friend to live with our Metry. The fish are supposedly woke and gay, so good for them. And Subnautica too. Yeah, I did see some people were complaining about there being, like, no combat or killing or something. I never actually played the first Subnautica, so I'm only, like, vaguely familiar with the game. There's our dead children. Oh, I'll take that. Give me that shit. Much killing of the first one other than hunting small fish for food. Okay. That's a Proceratosaurus that's dead. Died in the same way, same enclosure under mysterious circumstances, so. Oh yeah, we should check the pro comps. Let's do one of these. Backup DNA. So last time we made a new pro comp enclosure. But then we had a slight issue in that one of them died immediately. And we got a few other ones floating around. Enclosure is haunted? Yeah. It's cursed for sure. Are you implying that we treat our animals unethically here in Jurassic Park with this tiny fucking food area? Hey, can you guys leave me alone? Let me leave. Alright. That is a inefficient pet. Here's our pro comp enclosure. Little glass domed thing we made. Just a simple kinda biodome. Let's make sure there's some food in this. Yeah, a little hungry. There should be 4 of them in here. I hatched 5, but one clipped into the wall and died. Dinosaurs go into the block sometimes. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty consistent issue for any Minecraft mod that's got anything that grows. I've definitely encountered that, like, in other mods over the years. I like the Lost World novel. Some people don't. Never got the dislike of that book. Fixed 0.2. Okay, cool. I look forward to it. Yeah, they aren't devouring me immediately, Dieter Stark style. That's good. Or I guess since they're pro comps, it would be novels. It would be Hammond style. Spoilers. Okay, so this lead is how we make these cages. So this presents an interesting consideration to me, which is, if I kill these traders, do I get leads from them? Because the leads seem to drop from, like the llama clipping through the wall or something. Though I don't know where the trader is currently. Hey, there's another lead here. Maybe all of his, llamas split off. Alright, well, if the traders drop leads, they're kill on sight now. I'm gonna kill this one anyway, even though his llamas have escaped him. Okay, it phased out of reality. Do they despawn if the guy dies eventually? So copper, iron bars, then the other things. Give you spoilers for Dante's Inferno. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see where the novel franchise would have went. It would have went probably more towards a dinosaurs on the mainland angle, since that was kind of a recurring plot thread in the first two novels. So we would have eventually gotten essentially Dominion as a novel, maybe. I can't quote the Bible, so you don't have to worry about that one. Alright, well, maybe we should work on our fence. Didn't mean to grab you. Okay, we got poles still. What else do I need? Oh yeah, we needed more stone. That's why I stopped doing it. And why we were cooking stone here. I forgot if this was... how this worked. Ah, there. Oh yeah, I imagine Crichton would have had more to say about dinosaurs on the mainland than what we got. Okay, so I think we're doing 10 and then the fence piece. I think. Oh, another trader. Excuse me, sir. You seem to be carrying leads that I need. I didn't grab any dirt, so... yeah, I need to decide how much terraforming I'm doing here on the front section, or if I want to drop the fence down another level. I want to build some sort of building, both as an entrance and kind of like a viewing point, but I think I'll do that maybe here, in this flatter area. And click the bottom pole as well, and it should stack like scaffolding. Like, are you saying building it line by line? Because that's how I used to do it. Or do you mean something different? Place one pole and just keep pressing the bottom pole. Oh, I get you. Okay. That is useful. Cool. Yeah. Grab you. Dirt. Then I guess I should think about if I'm building another building, what I'm building that out of. Don't really know. Don't really have a ton of anything. No, the fences are pretty cool. I like the fence system a lot. Probably just keep using stone is the best thing I can do since I have so much cobblestone. I like stone brick as an aesthetic anyway. Just gets kind of weird when everything is stone brick. Yeah, see, this is pretty steep, so maybe I want to do a slanted fence piece here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 puts us here. So maybe I actually keep that level and fill that back in. I guess we'll do it like this. Ah, okay. Whoops. That did, yeah, top to bottom. Is not what I want. Misclicked. Get out of here, wires. Ah, I did it again because I was still on the bottom pole. Oh, you'll get them back. Okay. There. Then I think we just plug the gaps maybe like that. Sure. So I'm actually putting all this dirt back that I shoveled out, but it's fine. I'm gonna do it differently, I think, actually. Just slightly. We're adjusting it down. Oops. Or... really should be at that same level, which means I would raise all the dirt up a level, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm just playing around with aesthetics. This is not a fault of the fences at all. This is me deciding what slope I want here. I think I want to do this. Oh yeah, bottom. I forgot already. So yeah, we're gonna do like a raised level of dirt, I guess. And then we'll have to backfill. Then I'll build like a compound maybe there. Somewhere. The other problem is, let's see, this is here. These are probably not aligned, these two sides. Because each fence segment I'm doing 10 blocks interior. Yeah, see, that puts us like right here. So we've got a difference of 3 rows, or three blocks. How do I want to fix that? JPOG style viewing vent? Yeah, maybe something like that. I was thinking maybe more of a bigger compound that we can move into instead of our shitty little lab down there in the village. Maybe put a couple of like little viewing towers on the top or something. I don't know yet. Oops. It's the top one correctly. So yeah, I think we'll do one more segment here. And then build the lab in this flat section. And then maybe I just continue this in that direction and we just connected like different sides of the building in different ways. Or I slope this down. Yeah. Actually, let's do it. Maybe just a slight slope. Hey, Bonnie, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Sure. That's okay. The butterfly was in the way. It had to go. Maybe that's good enough. Something like that. Building our larger herbivore paddock. What just died? Was it the butterfly or did something else die? I did kill a butterfly. Okay. The pigs are spawning very fast, but... And he's hungry. Can he not hunt the pigs? At least not currently. Make sure he doesn't die. Oh, he might be trapped in this corner. You can go there. Okay. It's a nice looking metry. Get stuck on basically everything in here. Yeah, this pen is not very functional. I think we should find something nice and small to put in here. I just kind of want to use this as a holding pen to see this guy grow up a bit. We'll try to save him before he gets killed by geometry maybe at some point. Actually, maybe I should just save him now. Let's do it. Here, have a drink. There you go. We'll find a better home for him someday. We'll just leave him in the Pokeball for now. No worries, you've done plenty on these mods. I'm not ever going to be pushing it to hurry up. Take all the time you need for 0.2. I think I'm gonna, well, let's see. Maybe I drop this one down in the same way. Let's do that. Actually, that would stay. Keep forgetting I can click on the bottom. I'm gonna like just keep forgetting it over and over and over. Okay, so this one is still high then. Okay, so that's the side, I would say. see here. I have 43 diorite. I can do kind of a diorite floor again. That gives it a good lab feel. Don't really feel like smooth andesite ever looks like anything. I'm not really interested in doing anything with that. Dash the Metri in the box for now. He'll be fine. Forgot how we make the poles. Redstone, of course, obviously. It's the most obvious thing for me to be missing. I actually don't have any redstone left, apparently. What? That's a lie. I need to redo my storage, too, because it is bad. We need maybe just one set of poles. Let's make 2 sets just in case I'm wrong. Have I ever imagined one of those Minecraft zoos where people try to integrate into the local village's culture and economy instead of enslaving or killing them? I have always kind of wanted to do something like that. But unfortunately, this village was decimated by escaped compies, I think. So that ain't going to really be happening here unless we continue to repopulate it. I did abduct that kid and that one guy. So maybe they're out here flourishing still. Yeah, there's a guy over there living his life. Yeah, I think it'd be really neat. Like the dream like dinosaur mod thing for me would be like functional economy and actually having like attractions that like villagers would use, so you could actually have like a JPOG or a JWE experience in Minecraft. But I am not making that, so I don't expect anybody else to either. But if I am, you know, just dreaming with no concerns about feasibility, that's kind of what I want. That's planned. That's pretty sick. I'm definitely interested in that. Because I feel like that's what's always been missing for me from like the dinosaur mods is like, okay, digging up fossils, cloning dinosaurs, this is all fun, but why am I doing it beyond obvious Minecraft whatevers? And having systems in place to actually build a real park would be sick. Yeah, how many emeralds would a visitor pay to enter the park? Okay, so if this is the walls of what'll be my lab, we either like this could be the edge. This could be like the front. It's probably big enough. Then I probably fill this in with dirt to this level, connected with these little like outlying areas here. Probably to make a custom currency. Benefits towards like DNA markets. That could be pretty sick. That sounds cool. Just climb over the fence directly. Okay, so something like this. So maybe I just make the ground floor of the lab again. We do kind of just a bigger version of the lab we already have. Main issue with that kind of system is balancing fun and management and making the visitors feel alive without spawning a million. I could see, like, ways to do it. I don't think you really need to have the park necessarily feel busy for that system to still be engaging. Like, if you make the comparison between JWE and JPOG, like JPOG has 100 guests max or whatever, and JWE has, you know, 1 billion guests, but the JWE guests are just fungus. The fact that there's more of them doesn't really make them more interesting. I think the same argument could apply to something like this, or if you have 10 guests, like, and that's kind of optimally what you can handle, as long as it's interesting. That's probably fine, I would think. Maybe I just make this symmetric with the fence on this side. So we do like that. Kind of narrow, but it is wide. Or then I could put like towers up on top or something. I like the symmetry on this side. Want to work even if you only have one entrance. Should work if you're 15 chunks away. Yeah, I don't know how loading stuff in different chunks functions in Minecraft. It's something I've never looked into, never been clear on. Computer system. Like management wanted? Is that another like Minecraft mod thing or something? I appreciate you censoring, Job. It's very thoughtful of you. Oh, FNAF mod, okay. Own an establishment. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was, just based off the context. So, if this is our little lab, we need some sort of exit. Okay, wait. So maybe that's what I can do here. I can use this as like the excuse to have an exit into the enclosure. Might just be another little iron door airlock. Because I can't like do anything elaborate with pistons. What is the average population of a village? I'm not even sure. I suppose I could do it like this. Like if we do the iron door thing, it would be like this. There'd be like a little nook behind here. It's kind of weird. Maybe it'd be better if I just put it in the corner proper. Like this. Oh, just like a way for me to access the herbivore pen without climbing over the fence. Probably just a iron double door like we had on the copy enclosure. Something like that. Oh, the vehicle gate is 3x3, so it fit perfectly. Oh, let's look at it. I didn't even check that stuff. That would aesthetically probably look better, and it's a yeah, okay, let's try it out. Does that work with redstone? It's like levers and switches, or not at the moment. So is it just like a door you just open manually? Just right click it? Okay. Wait. There's a 3. Let's get the doors made and then check them out. Raptors can't open it? Alright, good. Do they not have iron ladders? Was that not a thing they added? I think I might have had that in a mod one time. Yeah, I guess not. Definitely there was some sort of like furniture mod or something I had one time that had like iron ladders that looked more like emergency ladders or something, like hazard striped or something maybe like that. Oops. There we go. Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's only having wooden ladders definitely clashes with aesthetics sometimes. I know I did a long time ago. I did a Galacticraft playthrough for myself, and I did a texture pack that just changed like the wooden ladders to like metal ones just for the aesthetics. It is kind of a glaring hole in the general vibe of Minecraft. All right, so cool. Maybe we don't do it as wide then. Oops. All right, I like it. Oh, I see. There's like the specifically can't click on the door themselves. Is the wrench craftable? is in fact, a wrench. Doesn't seem to have a recipe, though. At least not in GEI. We need more diorite. We need dirt. Thinking about where I want to put in some windows. Actually, maybe I'll close off both of the side walls, and that's where we can line up the machines. I'm going to move this back one more, because then everything's kind of symmetric. Everything's threes in the corners. Thank you for your contribution, StreamBot. I would ban you. Actually, I will ban you on principle. It's always annoying because the Twitch docs on OBS for me sometimes glitch out. But every now and then you gotta ban one of these guys just on principle. There we go. A nice little ban. So the midpoint then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The main door like here. I kind of like doing double doors though sometimes. But the aspect ratio of the building doesn't really lend itself to that. So I guess we'll do single door. Yeah, I don't know if the AI viewer thing is like some new view botting tech to like have pretend chatters or something, or if it's just like they rebranded bots to AI because it's the new thing. Could do double doors if I do a side entrance. We could do that. Yeah, do like an entrance over here. Maybe. Or even on the same, or like there. I was thinking maybe putting stairs there going up to second level. Well, either way, we need more stuff. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, if the people selling stream bots are trying to get more sophisticated so that it's harder for people to catch on that all the viewers are botted. Like if they're actually chatting somewhat dynamically with like a LLM backing them, I could see that being a thing they're trying to sell. And this is why we have to obliterate the water table. So that people can have fake people in their stream chats. All right, let's go do a little mining. I think we still had part of a cavern or a chasm to explore. Convert speech into text, yeah. I had this was a discussion I had with one of my friends who does a little streaming on the side too. We were trying to figure out if somebody I had in my chat who was trying to sell me emotes or something was even a real person, or if it was like a language model responding in real time to like what I was saying. Because they were like half ignoring the things I was saying, but then responding kind of to some other things. It was kind of weird. I'm surprised by like how many people who show up and like talk in chat and then try to sell art or emotes use like the same scripts. That's the thing that was surprising to me. I had like 3 different people show up when I was playing Pokemon saying things like, "Oh, is this your favorite game? What's your favorite Pokemon?" It's like, why are they all following the same script if they want me to believe they're real people? Seems sloppy. So yeah, I think we go that way and poke around maybe. Look for some diorite. There's diorite right there, but you can also just do a little mining as a treat. Listen to trigger words. Yeah, I could see it being like that. Fossil distribution annoying or okay at the moment? I'm fine with it. I think it's good. I was talking earlier about like my dream Minecraft scenarios, right? And so my dream Minecraft scenario would be like simulated geology, like having like proper layers in the rock and stuff like that. Not just of the fossils, but of like the entire rock system for Minecraft. But nobody should do that. That is insanity. Um, but that would be really cool. That would tickle my fancy. A little real world geology in your Minecraft. You forgot you had popcorn. Well, let's actually I could just grab all this dirt. Maybe there's fossils behind it. Yeah, I feel like cold popcorn's not really that big of a problem. Like, they just sell popcorn in tins and stuff in stores. Enchantment for more amber. That makes sense. Like making some use of the enchantment system with the mod makes sense. Yeah, I suppose it does depend on the type of the popcorn. I'm not a big popcorn eater myself. The kernels kind of ruin popcorn for me. Was a extremely small diorite inclusion. We'll make our way around the edge and to the other side eventually. Okay, we got a tunnel up there. That could be interesting. We want to go a little higher anyway, I think. Any update with JW3 yet? The update is they announce what the animals are going to be that come back, and that's it. So no actual update, just an update about the update. That still doesn't list a time frame. Still just like, well, we're working on it. Leopleurodon and Dracorex are coming back next. No worries, Bonnie, you don't need to chat constantly. Just hang out and lurk while you play Minecraft is perfectly good use of the stream. The not so magical Leopleurodon in this case. People are not a big fan of him in GWE. Yeah, there's speculation just running wild on like what's going on. A lot of people thinking it's a universal thing. Some people not so convinced. I'm not sure either way. Big thing I was speculating on is if it had something to do with the Crichton estate, because they're embroiled in a lawsuit right now over the pit, claiming that it infringes on like ER copyrights. So I'm wondering if the Crichton estate maybe is like looking for more money, maybe try to renegotiate like their stake or something with Universal. Since if they're out there suing people, maybe they're getting a little more money hungry. But it's all wild speculation. Yeah, it could be just internal issues at Frontier. That's not surprising given that they've had problems in the past, so if that were the case. Yeah, they just haven't said much about what's happening. They're being very coy, either because they have to be because of external issues, or they just don't want to, you know, admit the problems are internal or something. I'm pretty sure we'll never know. Unless somebody just comes out and leaks it. It'll probably just disappear. The update will come out, we'll never find out why it was delayed, and everything will move on. What are we getting here? We're getting... Oh, are we actually picking up Cretaceous? Are we actually high enough for that? I'm kind of surprised. I thought we were deeper than that. Yeah, that's Jurassic. Maybe an issue with the animal being wonky and they have to fix it. The only problem with that is that it's been 2 months. Like when it was initially delayed and didn't show up at the end of like the first month, sure. I could have believed it was something like that they held it back a week because they had some animation issues. Like that could be plausible. But at this point, like now we're essentially 2 months behind, and it seems like it's got to be some bigger systemic issue if it's an internal problem. I think Bonnie's just speculating that maybe it was a problem with the dinosaurs they were bringing back. Nothing explicitly has happened beyond, I mean, beyond some of the dinosaurs feeling a little cheap, I guess. Yeah, it could be burnout to some degree or another. I mean, they've been basically making JWE stuff non-stop since the first game. They really only stop producing DLC content when it's very clear they're working on the next game in the series, so... You know what? I probably need that redstone. What I'm implying is they're working on GWE4. I hope not. It'd be pretty damning if it came out that they were already working on the 4th game. The world may never know, and will probably never know. More than even may. Alright, this is deeper than we need to be, so let's grab this iron and head back up. Or did I actually come from up here, I guess? Even though there's torches. Yeah, I mean, my issues with JW3 are almost entirely balance issues. As somebody who focused on challenge mode and modding challenge mode to make it more difficult, when JW2, 3 has been a big letdown in the sense that it is really, really, really easy. But definitely, like, the modular building does add some new angles to the game. There's some new stuff that's good. The thing I can't get past, though, is why we don't have bridges. Like, why are bridges not a thing? I kind of feel like bridges were like a core feature that was just missing. Yeah, modular building is pretty clunky at times. Yeah, and Planet Zoo has bridges, right? I'm not crazy. I had never actually played it. I bought it and never played it, but yeah, it has bridges. Okay. I thought that was the case because that was part of why bridges not being in JW3 was so strange. Okay, where the fuck am I, though? I don't think this is the same chasm I was in before. This is a different one. I think. Maybe. Unless this was the route I was going when I was... this might have been... Yeah, because this is where I was digging out the dirt and stuff, I think. Yeah, because there's the dial, right? Okay, so we went around that way. Seeing a burger pining for Lucamine from Pokemon? Excuse me, what? Explain yourself. Planet Coaster 2 redid the whole path system? Yeah, the path system in 3 is just literally the carbon copy of things from 2. There's a lot of 3 that is just carbon copied from 2 to the game's detriment. Like, those features really stand out. Like, the lagoons and aviaries are so threadbare because they're literally just completely unchanged from 2. The paths. They got path recoloring, but other than the recoloring, nothing really changes with how the paths work and stuff. Well, maybe I'll go explore up that tunnel there. Yeah, the only new thing was waterfalls and modular building. But yeah, definitely not generational. Like, good improvements. They just... Like, every new feature added in 3 feels like it's kind of missing something to make it actually, like, completely stand out. Like, I was never a big fan of the idea of adding juveniles to the game. I argued against it on Reddit a lot of times, saying that like it would not be a useful, you know, way to expend resources. And ultimately, the way it's been implemented in JW3 is, I think, really underwhelming, especially compared to Prehistoric Kingdom with the full ontogeny system. Um, and like waterfalls are cool and deeper water is cool, but it's so limited. Like you can't make a river, you can only make a waterfall. You can't make any variable depths of water. You can just do shallow and deep. Like these all feel like the kind of first passes you would take at like an early stage of a project and not like the finalized features. Juveniles are great because you have issues with finding designs for them. Yeah, that's fair. Like I think the juvenile system, like juveniles would be more interesting even if they didn't have like a full ontogeny system. If dinosaur breeding was more interesting, but dinosaur breeding is so nothing in JWE3. Thank you, dinosaurs. There's no like realistic system for like gene transfer or anything, which makes like selective breeding not even a thing you can realistically do. Not even realistically, you just can't do it. Selective breeding is just not a system. So it just kind of makes it all feel like I said before, like a first draft of a system and not a fully finalized released product. Because I think it would be fun if you had, you know, the capability to actually selectively breed improved generations of dinosaurs. Like breed out the negative traits by keeping the animals with negative traits from breeding and breed in positive traits by breeding the ones that have expressed the positive traits. But instead, the system is just based around like whatever you set in the hatchery is whatever genes are spread. And that means you can't get rid of the basic negative traits, like aggressive and stuff like that. That's just always going to be there. And the good traits you add, you can't like improve the odds of them showing up in the future. Yeah, the breeding mechanic is just tacked on. There's like no actual management to it that means anything. It's just, yeah. Right underneath the herbivore paddock, which is funny. I'm actually right outside of it. I could just dig up and get out of here, probably. Yeah, the nest system is really bad. The fact that the nests are just like artificially placed is so underwhelming. And then like weird little quirks like how you can't put down a pterosaur nest except for inside of an aviary. But if you delete the aviary, the nest stays. So like what was the point of the restriction? If it can be bypassed? Yeah, I did a video about like how I would make changes to like the genetic system and stuff like that. And I really like the idea of, you know, the animals putting down their own nests and having the possibility of that, including like sneaky breeding when you don't want them to breed, making breeding more of an actual management thing that you might need to take a hands-on approach with sometimes. Yeah, I don't know how we have a like a Jurassic Park game with male and female dinosaurs and there's no like uh you know, unauthorized breeding or sex change stuff that can happen. It's like a core feature of the franchise. And it could be really interesting from like a management standpoint if you had to actually like identify males in the population and like deal with them. Have I said my opinions on the Isle before? My opinions are that I have none. I haven't played it. Like random dinosaur survival game never was that appealing to me as a thing. Can I just do this? Yeah. This should be... Well, I've already placed the dirt. If I want the dirt back, I can just go dig up dirt anywhere, so there's no point in retrieving it. But I should use cobblestone for the foundations. Under the walls, if I want to patch things in. They just added Oshiraptor again to the Isle, and you're wondering why they implemented the roster the way they did? Yeah, I don't know anything about that. They like backtrack on something, or what? I'm already out of dirt again. Okay. Let's get those fossils processed. Let's see what we got. T-Rex. I guess I should have been mining coal too when I saw it, since I have none left. Hey Evie, welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Guess we'll keep the stone brick here. Kind of relaxing watching someone play Jurassic Saga. That's good. That's what we're here for. To all hang out and relax. Also, welcome back, Bonnie. Rex was the 10th carnivore in the new version of the game. Yeah, I don't even know the history of, like, the Isle and stuff. I've only seen stuff from it in passing. I've never really, Okay, I have Lidinia simplex. Apparently. Yeah, it's the Mesolemus chest. Just chucking all the DNA in there. I can't bear to, like, get rid of stuff, but I'm also not taking the time to bring that guy back. I guess I should get this plant. Syringes. I gotta remember how to do the plant. Completely forgot. Seeds, that was it? Oh, yeah. Was there like a thing? Was that what this was for? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to hear about your fake mod, seeing as not much else is going on. I mean, you can go ahead and throw it out there. Braki. That's Alamo. That's Braki. 45. 24. What's my plan for today? Dinosaurs. Same plan for every day. Every day is dinosaur day. Okay, so we already have Williamsonia. So I guess we'll just chuck that in here. We'll merge it with the other piece, I guess. Zamites, Arucarioxylon. It's a tree. Okay, 2 Ladynia simplex. Oops. So no new animals, unfortunately, but we're getting close on a few things. Time for the traditional glassware cleaning in the puddle outside. What is my favorite mob in Minecraft? This dead Herrerasaurus. That's my guy. Right there. Yep, it's still there. It's not going anywhere. We're going to leave them there, and we're going to take them with us when we move house. Since the mob yoinkers work on the corpses. For a split second, you think, oh, he's alive. And he falls over dead again. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and get the oops, wrong chest. I'm gonna try and get the herbivore pen interior at least secured, so that we can move over the herbivores while we work on the building. So I'm gonna fill this with dirt eventually, but this doesn't have to be filled initially. Grass starters are a line of artichoke bison. Okay, Orokchoke is pretty great name. That is a Pokemon tier name. That's really good. I quite like that. Yeah, I guess the window being that size is good. Would I like to see something? Cool. I don't know. It depends what it is. We can make this the Metri pen, probably. Where is my little guy? There he is. I'm gonna fill in like over to this. So I think I'm gonna put the feeder like here. That way you'll be able to observe it from the building. Yeah, I think that is where I'll put the Metri. I think we'll put them up there. Yeah, I'm not dropping my Discord. You can only assume you're trying to sell me stuff. Should probably close the gates. There we go. I guess we'll take the feeder out of the raptor paddock. In quotation marks, because it's way too small, but... Way too small to be the raptor paddock, that is. It's now the pig paddock. It's my pig collection. Micro paddock could work. But I'm inclined to just chuck all the herbivores in the herbivore paddock together. It's the pig pen. Oops. And the pigs are hell pigs. We could headcanon that. Fire storyline based on As Dark Kids. I support that idea. If I had all the time in the world, I would work on a Pokemon ROM hack again. Just can't really justify doing it. Gregory the Rex gets a full steak. Yeah, I suppose it does show the guess how the sausage is made. So to speak. Bakemon where it's a vanilla plant? I don't even know what a vanilla plant looks like. When I did, talking about Asdarkids, when I played Starfield, my ship was the Asdarko. It didn't look like a pterosaur or anything. I just used that for the name inspiration. It's fun to do. Not a very good game, Starfield. But I had fun with it. Enough fun. Okay, I see the Apado. There's the Stego, way over there. Your packs become too big, you might never find your animals again. Yeah. I think the first time I played like 1.7 Jurassic Craft or something, I tried to make like a massive like Tyrannosaur paddock, and I just ended up quitting because it was taking too long to make. Not even because I lost the animal. I just lost the interest. I was trying to make like a properly like realistically scaled enormous paddock, and it was way too much. I think that would have been back when it was like 10 animals or something in that mod. Before it was paywalled and all that shit. Placing the fences one by one is extremely annoying. Yeah. That's why I really like the system you've got here. It takes a lot of the tedium out of making fences. Well, thought I might have enough dirt to actually finish this, but I don't. Hey, Zero, how's it going? You've done some things for Jurassic Craft? Like some of the new critters and stuff they had, or what? Or work on it back more near the start? No, I didn't know that about the... I don't know the Jurassic Saga lore. You done the peat moss behavior? Ah. I know that, like, I'm aware of how much, how many mods came out of the various iterations of Jurassic Craft. How many people, like, split off from it and stuff like that and did their own things. You know, for obvious reasons. Reborn was your mod too for a bit? Do I have any sticks floating around? Yes. I played a little bit of Reborn. But I didn't really have anything else to, like, draw me in over, like, other dinosaur mods. At least not at the time I played it. Can you make Indominus in this mod? What's the status of Indominus? Not in the game? Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna go dig up more dirt. I was like, what am I doing? Why did I get sticks and shovels? Because I need more dirt. That's why. I missed the water. It broke both my legs. Currently in JP novel state. Next update is random franchise update. Right on. Yeah, I do like having the novel stuff. I wish we could get the full novel roster in Jurassic World Evolution, but I get why they don't want to do another small coelophysoid. Tanystropheus for a water starter? I can see that. There was somebody who was doing a paleo ROM hack, but I think it got canceled. It's some pretty cool stuff. I was on their Discord for a little bit, just occasionally glancing at their progress. I'm missing Segi at the moment, but we'll be in 2.0. Right on. Hey, Zach, I'm doing good. How are you? I mean, Tanystropheus does kind of have a comically long neck as it is. So leaning into that for a Pokemon seems reasonable. Getting ready for final exams next week. Good luck. Been a while since I've had to take exams of any kind, and I'm glad to be done with that phase of my life, I think. "12 years of college was maybe too much college." Yeah, I could see camo being used in more ways, being interesting. I always thought it was a missed opportunity for them not adding camo genes to Carno when they added to the Indominus Rex, and like was it Jurassic World Evolution 1 that added the camo gene specifically? I think so, right? It was like actually an individual gene you would put on the Indominus. What are my thoughts on the non-communication of Frontier? I wish I knew what was going on. I don't like how whenever businesses are having problems, the strategy is just to be tight-lipped about it. I would vastly prefer if devs are more open with their audiences about what's going on in the development process. Just switch colors. Yeah, just basic switches from white to green when they camo. It would be green when it was in the tree line, and then white when it comes out of the tree line. Is there no camo for the Indominus currently in JWE3? Like, is it not a thing? I don't even know. I never use the hybrids because I really don't like hybrids. So I don't even know if it can camo in the current game. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I would say that's good for terraforming the interior here. Yeah, they can keep some secrets, but the fact of the matter is game companies tend to just not talk about anything with the customer base when it comes to like how the sausage is made, you know? Do I think Leopleurodon will get a redesign? Almost certainly not. I think I'd be very surprised if they redesign the Leo. Just because I don't really expect to see a redesign in a free update. How will I do the domes for the pterosaurs? Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of held off on even thinking about pterosaurs. So Rex is more manageable than a Pterodactylus. I mean, that's maybe just true to the novel, right? That just sounds canonically accurate. Just circle and dive bomb you? Oh, that's great. Yeah, hopefully the dinosaurs don't start talking, but who really knows how far they'll go at this point. Ludo will pick you up. All right. This all sounds very funny. I almost never use the log viewing dome in JW3. I probably should, because it does have a very unique vibe to it. It's just the visibility arcs are a little weird on it. Like, it's a much more convenient to use the regular dome because it's a nice even circle. The log having that, like, double V-shaped thing is kind of weird. Think they're taking the Jurassic World movies too far? I don't know, maybe. I mean, my biggest problem right now is just that they're really dumb and poorly written. Which maybe is connected, you know? Maybe these things are symptomatic of the same problems, but... Yeah, the world movies don't really take into account that they're animals. Yeah, they're just... Universal really just sees them as movie monsters. And so that's how they present them, which is very unfortunate. You've got a whole region ready to go, huh? Yeah, dinosaurs, there's no reason they wouldn't act just like regular animals act. It's not like they're an alien species, they're just large bird. To be reductive. It's not even like I don't know if you necessarily need to watch all the movies technically to write a script for a good one first. Like it probably helps, right? It's not a bad idea. But I mean the big thing is just that somebody who has bad ideas or is a bad writer is not going to get better just because they watch the movies, right? Like low quality stuff is just going to be low quality no matter what. If you hit a galley, it should break all your bones. I've always wanted to see a Gallimimus just kick the ever living shit out of someone. Just someone fuck with a Gallimimus and then just like kicks them and they just go flying like a sack of shit. They're just dead or something. Every bone in their body shattered. Don't hit the galley in Jurassic Saga. I have no intent to harm any galleys. You tried to download a Dino mod and it disappeared without a refund 2 days later on like Bedrock or whatever. I've never actually played Bedrock. I've looked at some of the marketplace stuff. I've like looked at some of the mods that they have for that, but never pulled the trigger on it. Seen a group of 15 Callies beat up a Rex. Excellent. I'm just imagining a Rex like huddled up on the ground in the fetal position while 15 Galleys just take turns kicking it. Just beating his ass. Let's see how the Metri's doing. The animation work is so good. I really like just it's nice to see an animal walk around in Minecraft that looks like it's walking around. Ah, how did you do this, Apatosaurus? Where did it escape? It just jumped? Yeah, maybe it just jumped really high. You can probably see why. Have a step height of 2. Oh, so they like were able to abuse the corners here or something. Going back this way probably. Well, maybe we just got to add another layer to the fence all around. Or maybe if it's specifically like that corner, maybe we can just heighten some of the fence. Well, we probably just do the whole thing, but... Right now it's just dancing. Could also be fence glitch. I'm sure we'll figure it out. If it escapes in the same corner again, then there's reason to be suspicious of the height. And if it just seems to be random, then maybe that's it. Mod was a waste of $8, Zach. You could probably try contacting support. I'm sure they have something for that. Spun right around like a record, indeed. Well, we should try to get like a new animal today before we end. The terraforming's mostly done. We still need to like do the outside of the building here, but I haven't fully decided what I want to do with it yet. No, we haven't had any raptors yet. We're close, I think. Glad they don't Beyblade, just spin in place like a top. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that in modded stuff too. Especially when like a mob like gets to the edge and just loses its shit, spins in place when it can't decide to like walk off the edge of the block or something. Let's see. We can go that way. Oh, that was very exciting. There's nothing over here. I'm gonna grab some coal quick. 1 male trike versus 2 male elephants. Probably that would be a Triceratops win pretty easily, right? Just 1 elephant for each horn, done. Like, Triceratopses are pretty damn heavy. I actually don't know what an elephant weighs in comparison, so maybe this is my own dino biases speaking. Oh, shit. They bring back the Indominus Rex. You know what? I honestly wouldn't be surprised either if they clone a new Indominus at some point. There's no other ideas. There's like, we'll make another one. I could see it happen, unfortunately. Oh, the King Kong movie's pre-Monsterverse. I misread that initially. Pre-Monsterverse, I saw Peter Jackson. I'm pretty sure I've seen the original a while ago. I mean, they're fine. I've never been a huge monster movie person in general. At least like that kind of monster movie, either kaiju or just, you know. It's pretty reductive to call King Kong a kaiju, but any of those big monster movies. The one I really like, if we're expanding off of King Kong things, Shin Godzilla. That shit, that hit all the right notes for me. I enjoyed the satire in that one. Let's go this way. Elephant is taller, trike is twice as heavy, and much more stocky, yeah. So I feel like the trike would just kill one elephant than the other. If it was some, you know, ridiculous death match type shit. If you were goading them into fighting directly. Because I feel like you know, the weight difference is like exponential in terms of power difference, is how I kind of feel about it. Bopping along to the Minecraft music. Well, the Mutodon is sort of a flying hybrid. It's also just the worst, but, you know, other than that. Well, this was a dead end as well. Yeah, the hybrids really do just emphasize like the movie monster nature of the creature. When a dinosaur is not enough, you just make a hybrid, and then you can make whatever ridiculous movie monster thing you want, and it doesn't matter if it disobeys physics, and franchise isn't really about the water, so yeah, they're not likely to bother with a water hybrid. Yeah, the Mutadon is pretty bad. I mean, to be fair, the Distoris Rex I think is also just awful. I think they're both awful. And it's hard to pick which one is more awful. But it's probably the Mutadon, honestly. Because as bad as the Distortus is, the Mutadon just literally violates physics. Like, there's no way that goddamn thing can fly. So make the Chaos Effect toy hybrids. Now you're talking my language. The Chaos Effect toys, that's my shit. Back in the day. Ancloranodon, Paradynamicus, Archaeopteryx, what is the Raptor Archaeopteryx hybrid called? It's like Archaeopteryx or something, right? I can't even remember the name of that one. Jetpack Raptor, there we go. Yeah, when are they going to start making cyborg dinosaurs? Mutants aren't cool enough. We need cyborgs. Triassic, we're too deep. Damn. I think Rebirth is more watchable than Dominion, but I think it's also dumber. And it introduced so much stuff into the franchise that I hate. Like, for the franchise itself. It's very weird. I have a weird relationship with Rebirth. Hey, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, that's just the chunk of the canyon there. Oh yeah, I need to add animals like Direwolf. Makes sense. Yeah, exactly. For all the faults of Dominion as a movie, like the utter lack of tension that movie had, at least it put the franchise in a good place to do whatever it wanted in the future. They could have went in any direction. And so I never hated it for that, right? It left the franchise in a good state. And Rebirth did the opposite. Like, if I had to watch Dominion or Rebirth, I would rather watch Rebirth. But in regards to what the movies did to the franchise, Rebirth's way worse. Just writing the franchise into a corner for some inexplicable reason. I just don't understand the logic to that. I don't know why you would ever want to do that with your movie franchise. I like the Rex a lot. I think unironically the Rebirth Rex is my favorite Rex in the franchise. But that doesn't mean the movie is the movie and the lore is any good, really. Even if I just like the design. Yeah, it's not even so much the creature design inherently. It's just that the design doesn't work in the franchise. And I would honestly be softer on the Mutadon if it was completely flightless. The thing that really rubs me wrong about the Mutadon is that somehow that fucking thing can fly. That's crazy. You can never convince me that something that looks like that could fly. Because it can't. There's no way that wingspan can support that body weight. That's ridiculous. Yeah, the Ket's design's not bad either. I really wish that wasn't a Hatzegopteryx or something. I just wish they hadn't called it a Ket's. Yeah, you're on the exact same page I'm on. Like, why was it a Ket's? I think literally the only reason they called it a Quetzalcoatlus is so that it would like match the like the Mayan ruin aesthetic they were going for with its nest. I think that's literally the only reason. We do need a Shoebill Stork Pokemon. That's a good idea. Yeah, like, I wouldn't even be mad about gliding or chicken flapping, like... But full-on flight is insane. That's just crazy. Where am I digging to? I'm digging in this direction. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Yeah, the Mutodon scene was like filmed to basically just be a raptor, probably just in case they decide to scrap the design or whatever. It would have just been way better with it. Then it would just essentially be the like the worker village stuff from the Lost World novel, which is cool. Oops. I have to put a torch down. Yeah, if they made the Mutodons like an arboreal like raptor hybrid, that would be cool. Yeah, the guy calling the Quetzal Mosa dinosaurs also rubbed me the wrong way. It's a discussion I've had with Garrett, who we've done like a few multiplayer videos with, and he like argues that like it's just the guy saying it for the benefit of the other people there rather than nitpicking. And he says like he argues the same point with like the radio DJ calling the apatosaur brachiosaur. This is like, oh, the DJ doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, I just don't buy it. It feels like the scriptwriter doesn't know what he's talking about, because that's exactly what it is. Like, just Kep didn't really like care about the distinction between what is and isn't a dinosaur. That's clearly why that's in the script. Yeah, the Mosa was good for sure. The Mosa kind of feels like one of the more, I guess, inspired parts of that with the whole boat sequence and stuff. Like I like the river raft sequence with the Rex, but that's just lifted straight from the novel. It's not exactly inspired when it's something we just literally already have. But those are pretty much the standout sequences, I think. Whole budget went into ooh fancy water rendering and like replacing all the plants in the jungle with CGI for some damn reason. I don't know why they went so hard on background replacements in that movie. They literally filmed on set in a real jungle and then just digitally painted over the jungle. What the fuck? What would they have to do with a new Jurassic World movie that would just get me to stop watching all new Jurassic World movies? Honestly, there's nothing they could do that would get me to stop watching. Because you can debate the merits of this. I always give new films a chance, even if the last one was just dog shit. I approach things with the point of view of trying not to hold the last one against the new one. And that, often doesn't go anywhere. Often, if the last one was bad, the next one of whatever franchise is also going to be bad. But Jurassic is just kind of too much of my, my history. Too much of the thing I like that I could ever just completely not watch it. Same with Alien movies and like Terminator. Those are like the big three where I'm always going to have to go see the new one. Lost World prequel would be cool. You're gonna hop off, Muta? Alright, catch you later. Thanks for coming by. What do we got? We got Cretaceous. Found something just about at the time my pick's gonna run out. Do I have wood? No. I have sticks, but I don't have any way to make a pickaxe. No. Flying jetpack cyborg Rex. I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe a little Far Cry Blood Dragon or something. My dream lineup for the next JWE 3-pack. Plateosaurus, Musaurus, and I don't know. Pleuropleides and Teratophonius, maybe? I don't know. Actually, if it's my dream, then we don't even need Plateosaurus to appease people. We could just do Musaurus for the Prosauropod. Yeah, I do kind of think the bad movie started with Jurassic World 1 as well. I never liked Jurassic World 1 as much as most other people do. I can't make a stone pick because I don't have a table. So I'm just gonna head back out. Which would have probably been easier if I'd have just jumped out that hole in the other direction, but whatever. To me, Jurassic Park 3 is mostly an offensive, which is maybe damning with faint praise. Jurassic World 1 is one of those movies that really bothers me because I could see where it could be better. Like, I could see the pieces that could make a really interesting film, and to me, it doesn't pull it off. Like, there's kind of some almost satirical elements of Jurassic World that if it actually leaned into, I think it could have been great. And it just kind of doesn't. I think we're supposed to be up there to leave. Maybe? Deinosuchus is a good one. Yeah, that animal's semi-canon as well. That would be a good include. Yeah, honestly, I would like to see kind of some of the more obscure animals that are left over that we've never seen, like Pleuropleides and Teratophonius, Deinosuchus, never seen alive, that is. And then like the remaining novel species, like Procomp and Hadrosaurus and stuff. I'd really like to see those guys make it in. Yeah, the deep water isn't very deep. I think you could still make a croc work with it, but it would definitely not be as good as it could be. Oh my god. I'm close enough to the surface that I can hear it, but I don't know where the path out is. Must be a reason Archelon is out. Yeah, that's what I wonder if they have any plan on how to handle Nothosaurus and Archelon. Like, Noth is, you know, ostensibly, canon. It's kind of got to come back at some point. Okay, I think this is the way out. Somewhere here. Maybe not. Damn it. You haven't seen Lost World? I would definitely recommend watching Lost World. It's also got problems. The only genuinely good, completely good, no holds barred, like, borderline perfect movie in the franchise is the original. Lost World falls kind of into the same category of Jurassic World for me, where, like, I can see how this could be a way better movie than it is. But the difference being that I like Lost World still, even though I could see the bones of a better movie in it. You wish you never watched Lost World so you could rewatch it? Fair enough. Okay, at some point I thought going up here was important. I don't know if that's still true. We need some of those 20 Abelisaurs as well. Add that to my short list. I want a new Abelisaur in JWE 3. I usually pick Rugops for the size difference, but I'll also take, like, the giant Kenyan Abelisaur or something. Maybe that's the exit? Up there? Oops. Oh, I need this dirt. Let's not waste dirt. Beauty of the Lost World is actually showing a good ecosystem. Yeah. Yeah, I like everything they do with like exploring Sorna and stuff like that. I think the big things I would change with Lost World would be some of the character stuff, including keeping the deleted scenes in. Like all the dinosaur stuff in Lost World is great. None of that needs to change. Yeah, the gymnastics scene is a little awkward. I'll give you that. Okay, that was the lava hole I climbed out of. Let's just go this way. I know there's an exit up here. I might as well just take it. Lost World should have been 3 hours long. I'd watch it. So this is where I dug out. We're digging out by hand. We're so close. Yeah, I wish we got it. Extended cuts of, you know, the good movies in the franchise instead of just Dominion. That would be great. Like, we have the slightly extended TV cut of Lost World. Are you alive? I think he's dead. Damn. Another one bites the dust. Head grew into the hillside, maybe. That'd be my guess. Headed to the pile. Yep. He's going in the pile. Oops, didn't mean to do the shovel. Yeah, there's still food in here. Maybe I should have made sure to manually eject some food, but whatever. Too lazy to eat. Yeah, it seems like it. What are you doing in the herbivore pen? No solicitors. Didn't you see the sign? Okay. Stegosaurus, check. Where's the Apato? Yep, he got out in the same corner again. Yeah, we'll probably disable metabolism next time I make a carnivore. We should go check the pro comps. See if they're alive. Do some testing once your PC isn't bricked anymore. That would be a fair problem for not testing. Does seem like it's this corner specifically that he can escape from. So I'm guessing it's probably the angled piece here that lets him escape. You like to think in Jurassic Park when they are getting DNA, they are betting what DNA they get, like in the lab, just like putting down bets. I wish we had randomized DNA and JWE. That'd be fun. I always like doing JPOG Amber only runs, so you wouldn't ever know what genome data you were getting when you were processing. Okay, 1, 2, I like that he's drinking remotely from the waterfall. That's pretty nice. 3. Do we have a 4th? Should be 4. Only see 3. Maybe we lost one? Fourth is inside of the meat. Okay, good. Then we have 4 right there. Oh, yeah, there we go. I like the little hops. The hops are great. Are there 4? 1, 2, 3. It might only be 3. It's so hard to count them because they keep moving. 1, 2, 3. Well, either way, we're going to just keep leaving them alone. See if they're mostly stable on their own there or not. Nice little stress test. Yeah, Dominion is really rough to watch. Kind of sad that we finally get Biosyn back after all those years, and that's all we get for it. It's a good flop. The carnivore pile. Psychad-based Pokemon, that's a good one. I could see that working. Keep these. Oops. Throw this in here. Yeah, the bones do become quite a lot. I would say, if anything, if I had anything to say about the fossils, the bones and the flint drops are maybe a little too high, a little overtuned, because that's a lot of bones. And I've just been throwing flint in the ocean nonstop. Yeah, let's see what our raptor DNA is at here. So we've got Velociraptor 26%, a Kilobitor 53%. So we're closer on a kilo than we are on proper Velociraptor. The kilos are here. Cerodactylus, Galley, Styrac. Styrac's my boy. Novel Velociraptor, yeah, that's what I figured it was. Makes sense. With the striping and stuff. Alright, Gallimimus, 30%, 31. Styrac. Do we not already have Styrac? I guess this is, I guess, oh yeah, right there. Blind. Why is Rugas some Pokemon facts? He's sharing his Pokemon concepts. Brassonites. Do we have any more? Nope. Wait. Oh, they're different different colors. They are different ones. I didn't notice. We've got for aquatics, we've got Hylosaurus, 46%. Evo Square promised a baby ranking and still hasn't done it. It does seem like that would be her thing to do. I would I'm holding up personally on doing like a baby tier list until I can actually view the babies without it being a pain in the ass. Like until when they bring back Species Viewer or something, I'll do that myself. But until then, it's really tedious to try to see all the babies. All right, some torches. Yeah, they got rid of the species viewer in JW3 because you can preview in the hatchery, which is all well and good, except that the hatchery doesn't allow you to see every animal. You have to research the animal first. So if you just want to see the skins, you have to load into like a save that has them all or whatever. Do like a sandbox and turn off research. And even then you can't see the babies until you breed them, which is super annoying. Did I hear about the gaming beaver's return after dealing with cancer? I heard something about that. I didn't realize he was gone. There's never somebody I watch, but I wish him the best of luck. I don't know exactly what his situation is, but chest for each type of dinosaur, carnivore, and so on. Yeah, that's I do plan to expand all this out. This was our temporary lab. We're building a new lab, and we'll do a better, more organized storage system when we do that. This is out of control. Well, I think I'm gonna go throw down these dirt blocks, and maybe we'll do one more little mining trip to try to get some sort of new animal tonight before we wrap up stream. I do want to get closer to ending here. But I don't really want to end quite yet. Two Atara Pokemon's another good one that we need. Yeah, it sounds like Beaver had a time of it. I don't think anybody had any idea what was happening till now. I would assume, like, that was the point of him doing like the update video, was he hadn't like talked about it or anything until this moment, I would guess. Let's just maybe pick another direction and just keep digging. Yeah, there's like an update video. That's what I saw. I didn't watch it, but I just looked at the comments to see what it was about since I don't really watch them, but I was curious enough to see what was going on. Fortune does give you more armor? Okay, cool. Maybe I should take a moment to figure out enchanting. Wait, what happened to all my XP? Why do I only have 6? Why am I only level 6? Wasn't I like nearly 30 before? I didn't die. Oh, I think the yoinkers consume XP. I think that's a thing. I think I remember this. Is this like a config thing? Utilities. Huh. Points level. I don't know. Huh. Oh well, whatever. Ice poison would be an interesting type. I could see that. I don't know if that necessarily feels like a snail to me, but I like the typing. Yep, Mob Yoinker was yoinking my XP. Should rename it. Fossils, finally. Fortunately, it's marine. Are we... No, we're inland. You're off for the night, Zach? Alright, we'll catch you later. Thanks for coming on by. Shells in the block are aquatic? Yeah. It could be hard to tell at a glance what's in the block. Not criticizing it, to be clear. But now I see the shell, now that you've said it, you know. That was also why I was checking, because I thought it might have been aquatic. I do appreciate that the block textures are different for the different types. It's nice to be able to tell at a glance like which type of block it is. Yeah, getting Fortune might be a good idea. I'm probably going to let the Apatosaurus escape if it does it again, and we'll worry about catching it later. so we can stock our XP back up, because we should probably get Fortune. Although, I'm probably going to start back up a new JWE3 park next Saturday. I haven't fully decided. I'm not committing to that, but it's been almost a month. We should probably get another run going. Although I really wish the update would come out first. I suppose this time next week it'll be the end of the month. So we'll kind of have an idea of if they're still lagging behind or not. Hit the Apato and run. That is a strategy. I'd prefer not to do that, if we can help it. He will one-shot me, okay. Well, we dug all the way over to this side of the map. And I still didn't find anything else I was really looking for. Place looks decently cleaned out. Don't think we need to go back through here. Half your mobs are Cretaceous. Yeah, that's kind of a franchise problem. Just half of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are not from the Jurassic. Let's dig this way and see what happens. It can be good in some sense that it makes like certain Cretaceous animals feel more exciting to unlock since they take much more time to find. Oops. You could also kind of like balance it by the availability of the DNA. Like if you process Cretaceous amber, maybe you could get more genome data for a given animal than you do from like Jurassic or Triassic. Like maybe if I get a piece of Triassic amber, I get like 10% Herrerasaurus, and then if I get a Jurassic amber, it's like 20%, and if I get Cretaceous, that's like 40%. So then it's easier to make any given like Cretaceous animal because you don't have to find as many pieces of amber. It would work as like a balancing factor. And it could almost represent like a prehistoric DNA, like the older DNA being degraded. Like you get less DNA from the Triassic because it isn't preserved as well. Yeah, you could also just break it down by like early, mid, late and divide it out that way. There's a few different ways you could do it. Could somebody make a mod for JW3 that would make all your fossils a mystery? I wanted to do that, but it's beyond my capabilities as a modder. I think it would be really cool. Like, what I would like to do, if it was possible for JW3, is to make fossils more random as to which DNA you get, and then make it so that you don't get full DNA. You have to work towards that. Like you do like a 1-star research to unlock a dig site, and then you can get fossils from that dig site. You don't know which animals you'll get, but you won't get full DNA for any animals initially. And you'll have to unlock upgrades for the dig site to find more fossils to eventually complete the genome when you have like 3 stars or something. That way you have to use weaker, inferior animals with like shorter lifespans initially to get started. I think that would be cool from a management standpoint, like working towards a more complete, more pure genome. Would tie in nicely with the franchise too. Okay, we are just like right here into the middle of the island. Seems fine. Mechanized okapi powered by hydraulics. Why an okapi? What's the connection with the hydraulics? Yeah, I don't even know what Oreo Chima and Banano are. Neither of those ones ring a bell to me. Funny fish. That would be why they weren't familiar to me. It's in there because of Oreo. Fair enough. Does it have a creamy filling? Will it dissolve in milk? It look like construction equipment. I mean, that's fair enough. Some Pokemon inspirations are much more far-fetched than that, so... It has some Oreo-inspired skins. Fair enough. That makes sense. It would be kind of weird if it didn't, if that's the reason you're putting it in, is because of Oreo. It'll be, the first creature sponsored by a cookie. It seems like these days, like a lot of mods have for socials is a Discord server. Like, I'm seeing a lot of that. %50 of people don't even know how to access Spinosaurus. What's my opinion on fossils and archaeology? It's good. I appreciate that it has like an end game and like a progression system that you're working towards with the archaeology side of things. I'm not a huge fan of like the overly simplistic dinosaur designs. I like the more detailed dinosaur designs we have in like this mod and some of the other Jurassic Park ones. Like, I don't really care if they're, you know, arguably too detailed and animated for the rest of the Minecraft world. Like, I'm that doesn't bother me. I prefer this, but I can understand people preferring the opposite. But I've never had an issue with the modded mobs looking better than the base game mobs in Minecraft. I used to play like Pixelmon sometimes, and that had like straight up rounded models on some Pokemon. A Basilisk seems like a natural fit for a Pokemon that for Pokemon. It seems like a Pokemon that should exist, right? Like, how has that not already been made? Like, it's a concept that kind of just creates itself. Maybe that's why it doesn't exist as a Pokemon. Maybe they see it as too obvious. All right, I think we're gonna go till our pickaxe is basically dead. Then we'll head back. We'll process the fossils we have, see what we get, and probably call it a night there, wherever that leaves us. An aggressive Ultimasaurus makes sense to me, though. You could pull a Kenner and you could advertise the upcoming Ultimasaurus and then just never release it. That would be a pretty funny troll. I know with a spawn egg, yeah. It was always funny to me how like the Ultimasaurus became like a fairly popular creature in the franchise, despite it never actually existing. Like the hatchling version existed because that came with like the God, was it Roland Tembo that was the figure that came with the Ultimasaurus hatchling in the Chaos Effect line? It might have been. Um, but the full size figure just never existing but still being super popular has always been very funny to me. Cassowary Pokemon's another one we need. There was a Cassowary Pokemon that leaked that was cut from, I don't even remember what generation it was cut from. Maybe cut from Gen 7 or something. But a pretty cool leaked design for a kind of like a prehistoric looking cassowary, like a bone crest. It's pretty cool. Pokemon that is just a spider, just a photo of a spider. That would be also pretty funny. Just spider.jpg. Yeah, Tanaconda is definitely a weird one too because it's just a cheap repaint of the Tanystropheus. We would have two Indominus. Whoa. Too Indominus, too Furious. I guess it'd be too Fury, too Indominus. That works much better. Wait, what did I say? Too fast, too Indominus. That's. I think I said something else. That's the joke I meant to make. Okay. This is just dug back into the hole again. I see. Yeah, in the context of the Jurassic World movie, if the Indominus had a sibling, it probably wouldn't have been as psychopathic. So maybe everything would have been cool and we would have had a boring movie where nothing happens. Although I would be so down for like just watching a movie of a dinosaur zoo. I bought this last week and read this. Dinosaur Sanctuary. This is the first volume, and this is just Dinosaur Zoo manga. Just peaceful dinosaur zoo. I'm gonna do something with this for Jurassic World Evolution at some point. Yeah, there were two originally. I don't know if the black thing was with the Indominus or the Indoraptor, because there was concept art for like a white Indoraptor, so maybe that's where the black and white thing came from. I honestly don't remember. They also did the black and white Indoraptor variants in Jurassic World Alive. Do you explicitly see two Indominus like hatching at the start of the movie? Because there's like two eggs, right? But I don't know if we ever actually see more than one. Actually, I can't remember how that goes exactly. They talk about it. Let's see. Save me any space, because then I just made another stack of polished diorite. Ah, whatever. Why do I have a clock in here? That doesn't make any sense. They should let us release dinosaurs as babies. I'm not gonna lie, I think dinosaurs should all be released as babies. Like, why do we hatch adult dinosaurs in JWE? It makes no sense. Like when babies were announced, I assumed that that meant we would be hatching babies. And they would have to grow up into adults. Yeah, Scorpius is canonically an animal that can reproduce, can't reproduce in the game. Very weird. I got too many bones. What am I supposed to do with all these bones? Need a new place for bones. Right, a new bone chest. Just sitting outside. Bone statue of a Tyrannosaur. Another goddamn traitor. Told you to stop coming here, old man. Oh yeah, run into the lab. That's gonna save you. Give me your things. Let's see what we got. Colovosaurus. Opnelia, Dilo. Cool. So, Clovo. Hey, we got a new guy. And we're close on Authie as well. And we have a Dilo. So we got 2 new animals. We're going to breed these. I'm sure nothing will go wrong hatching a Dilophosaurus. Alright, Colovosaurus and Dilo. Alligator. Alligator. We are running out of gator eggs. We need to go on a gator hunt next time we play. Alligators can breed now? Excellent. We'll have to start a gator farm. Neocalamites times 2. Aru and Clado. Neocalamites. Clad. Wait. Yeah. They do breed on their own, so it won't have too much fun. Alright. 200 gator swamp. Oh, damn. Pit full of gators to drop the wandering villagers into. Could do that. One strategy. 5337. Got a couple new plants as well. Wait, 100% Othnilia. I thought this was not there yet. I could have sworn that was going to be sub 100%, but apparently we have another Authie coming. That is Nocturnal Plant. It could be. I'm not going to question it. I'm going to accept it for what it is at face value. Unfertilized chicken egg. Authie got a nocturnal gene on it. Was that a random occurrence? you combine too much, it happens. Oh, did it like bug out? Did I like fill stuff up too fast or something? Well, it's already hatching, so now it's just cannon. It's supposed to. Hmm. That's why the plants get it? Oh. What did you learn from this? We're gonna make sure we hatch the right eggs in the right place. Neocalamites are super cool. Yeah, we need to get some more plants to spread around. More paleo stuff. Eight blocks tall and go too deep in water? Do they need to be in water? Where did I put my wood? It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay, they can be in water. Good to know. Bone meal to force spread them. That is a good idea too, because we have a lot of bone meal. Oops, need to get my sticks. Eggs, plants, a little bit of dirt. One doesn't want to spread. It has to be day. Or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't spread if it's not day. It just grows the plant. Only spreads if it's fully grown. Well, we've got plenty of bones to experiment with, so. Didn't see if the Hepato broke out again, but I don't see it anywhere here, so it almost certainly did. I think we'll put the Dilo over. Oh, we can put the Dilo up there since the Metri died. And I suppose we should just go ahead and do this. Oops. Oh, he's a little guy. Is our little Colovosaurus, little Iguanodontian. Alternate novel species, not the original animal in the novel, but added in a alternate printing for a reason that I've never known. I have no idea why there's a version of Jurassic Park that has Colovosaurus in it. That's always been a mystery to me. Yeah, I like the little ornithopods. I was on Team Hypsilophodon when it got added. A bunch of people complained. I was like, you're all crazy. This guy's great. Don't know the last time we saw the adult Othnielia. Maybe we should make sure they're still contained. Oh, there they are. Doing good. Isn't a ghost crab like a thing? Isn't that like a type of crab? Am I misremembering something? You can go into the JS config and enable the JPOG status icons from like do they show up when you're just like looking at them, or are they input on where they are if they sleep or anything? Okay. It's like pop-ups that you'd see in the world. Ghost crabs exist. Okay. I believe you. Yeah, then having them off by default I think is good, but if we ever need to hunt down an escapee, it might be useful to turn them on. Oh, he's out. Looks like Jurassic Park the game Dilo. Yeah. I always wondered why they did this design. We're doing the Jurassic Park the game playthrough right now on the channel as well. And I say that a few times in the video. Like, why did Telltale redesign this guy? I just want to know the lore behind that decision. I like the Kenner one. We'll have to do some more experimenting with cosmetics when we get more animals. Because right now we're just hatching single guys anyway, so... Do I think the Dilophosaurus and Jurassic Park got out of the Jeep? I don't think he was in the Jeep. I think he was coming through the window. That's how I've always felt about that scene. Because I don't feel like there's enough space in the Jeep for the Dilo to have its entire body inside. Velociraptor, Chaos Effect skin, or the Rex? Yeah, we take a peek. Yep, that's a classic one. Same for male and female. I never had the crazy Rex. I think I had this raptor, the Alpha Raptor or whatever it was called. I think I remember having that. How do you get these, by the way, these Chaos Effect cosmetic genes? Because I saw like some of the other cosmetics coming from like animals and stuff. It's from villager training. Is there a unique villager for the mod, or is it just from like an existing villager? A scientist. Okay. What makes a scientist villager? The DNA modifier, like the object, is what makes the scientist? Oh, there's the Apato. I guess I'll abduct it again. Get in my Pokeball. Do I not have the XP I need for this? Maybe I can't do this. How did you get on the house, by the way? $146 more XP. God damn it. Chickens, you must pay the ultimate price. $139. Oh, I was hoping it was just level 10. Is there more XP from just breeding the chickens, maybe? Takes so much XP. I already got the iron. Could smelt up some more stone, I guess. I'm not gonna attack him. He's just living his life. I don't have it in me to assault him. Yeah, we should try growing these plants quick, maybe. Okay, yep, now it did spread. Oh, it did spread here. I didn't even notice. Spread chance isn't that high, yeah. Makes sense. At least we know it works. It's a separate block. Oh, so I can just, alright then. That does work. Cool. Well, I suppose if the Apato is on a roof, it's not going anywhere. We can just kind of leave it alone, I suppose. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, it's so big I'll never really lose it. Exactly. It's very easy to find. He is in town, though, now. This one really doesn't want to spread. Oops. Too far from the water. We can try moving it. Oh, yeah. Maybe that was just it. It has to be... At least they're buoyant. Now I really want to get it out of the water, though. Oh, wait. Are you resurfacing? Going up for air? These do not give much XP at all. This is not really a good solution. He thinks it's a sex lake. That's what it is. 118 XP. God damn it. You get back on land this instant. Do I get XP from harvesting watermelon? I don't think so. Oh yeah, we could go slaughter the pigs. We'll do that. We're gonna plant these and then make our way over to the pigs. Yeah, maybe he objected to killing pigs. He liked them too much. He's like, I can't bear it. I just can't bring myself to eat a pig, which frankly I relate to. Pigs are pretty cool. What you doing, guy? Got 85 more XP. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait still. I think I'm gonna go put some meat in this feeder up here and check on the Dilo, and then probably call it a night. I never played the Isle Zero. I guess metabolism's off, so it doesn't actually matter. But there he is. Will I ever play the Isle? I probably not. Not that interested in it personally. He's sliding around. You harassing that poor armadillo? Yep. Well, this guy's not a vegetarian, that's for sure. That armadillo's been in here forever, too. Poor guy. Yep. They're lethal at an early age. The Isle's just not really the type of game that interests me that much. I'm not big on, like, survival games like that, and I don't doubly so when I'm just playing an animal running around. Like, I don't know, not that interesting. Did the Dryo survive? The Authie survived. We didn't have a Dryo yet. We've got 2 Authies and a Colovo now, and I think they're all still here. We saw the adult Authie over here last time. I'm sure he's still around. He just camouflages really well. Is that him there? Oh, they're right here. Doing good. Yeah, that's another the other one. Somewhere there's a Colothosaurus. Hmm. You ever try making it work in ecosystem of JW3? I think ecosystem builds are really underwhelming personally. Because the dinosaur AI is like non-existent in JWE. They don't do anything interesting. They don't actually respond realistically to like their needs. The territory system doesn't interact with the AI in any way whatsoever. So I've just never been that interested in trying to do an ecosystem park. We've done a few safaris. Not in 3, but in like 2. But that's about it. Well, I'm sure that Cololosaurus is in there somewhere. Uh-oh. Looked like he just kind of walked out, but maybe I missed him clipping over the top here. Or maybe he was behind the fence. He definitely didn't walk out that side. Something about this corner. Well, we'll have to figure something out here. I guess I could see if I can grab him. We're more likely to lose track of the Stego than we are the Apato. Maybe have enough XP. Nope, 49. God damn it. All right, well, they're doing a runner. I think we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for watching the stream, everybody. I'll catch everybody next time. Will the fence ever be electric? Yeah, we could have powered the fence on. I just didn't really want to do it because then it's hard to climb it. I'd like to be able to just run up and grab on it and climb over. So, yeah, thanks for watching, Bonnie.